welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Niamh and I've just got back home from 24 nights in Orlando. That included 14 nights at Disney World, 4 nights at Universal, a 4-night Disney cruise aboard the Disney Wish, and then a night at Halloween Horror Nights as well. So this video is going to be a haul of all of the things that we got on our trip. I was there predominantly with my fiance Lewis, but for the first 10 days my family were also out with us. But this is kind of all of the stuff we picked up from everywhere throughout the whole of the trip. I would like to put a little disclaimer in here because we have bought a lot of stuff, a lot more than we realised when we unpacked it yesterday. So just a little disclaimer that we have saved up for this trip for a very, very long time, and that included doing extra overtime shifts at work and things like that so that we could take extra money in order to buy the things that we wanted when we were over there. So just a little disclaimer for anyone who's watching this and thinking, wow, that's a lot of stuff. We've saved the money up for a long time for this trip for this reason, so just take that into account kind of when you're watching this video. I don't know whether you want to kind of grab a drink or something before you start, because we could be here a while. I'm going to try and rattle through this as quickly as possible. I think I'm going to put this whole video up first, and then in the weeks following there are vlogs from the whole trip. We did record the whole trip when we were there, so if you want to kind of stay tuned and stick around for them, then please do. The vlogs were filmed mainly for memories for everyone, but I am going to put them up on YouTube as well, just so then we've always got them to watch back. So if you do want to watch that, then yeah, stick around for those too. So I think without further ado, and so that this video isn't so many minutes long, let's get started on the haul. So I'm going to start with kind of standard things when you go to Disney World that everyone kind of comes home with, and these are our resort mugs. We stayed at All Star Music during this trip, and I think when you kind of stay on Disney property, resort mugs are a must. So you get these from the hotel that you're staying in. However, you can pick them up from any hotel over the time that you're there, and you can actually fill them up in any resort as well, which is really handy. So if you do go and you're planning on checking out other resorts, always take your cup with you, because it's a way of saving some money on getting a drink at that hotel as well, because they do work everywhere. So Lewis went for this one with the silver lid, and I went for this one with the purple lid. They are the 100 Years cups, and they're probably my most favourite design that they've had in a very long time. So these are $21.99 before tax, and they are valid for your whole stay. So unlimited refills of drinks for your whole stay, and that includes soft drinks, tea, coffee, hot chocolate, anything like that. So $21.99, and they're valid for your whole stay. And it is, if you are staying in a Disney hotel, for me this is a must, because the drinks over there are really, really expensive, so this is perfect. So those are those. And then just following on from that, I'm an avid popcorn lover, so we did get a popcorn bucket from the parks as well. So this cost $13 for the bucket and the first fill of it, and then after that any fill is $2.25, I believe, which is really, really worth it, because if you want popcorn as a snack on its own, it's $5.50, and you, in my opinion, you get a lot more in the bucket than you do if you just buy popcorn on its own. So we did also get the bucket. With the bucket, you can take this back on any future Disney trips, and the refills will still be $2.25. So you'd, well, unless they put the price up, but you don't have to buy a new bucket every time you go. This is now valid forever. So we've got a popcorn bucket. Okay, next thing I'm going to move on to is Disney pins. I am a Disney pin collector, and I do have some pin boards in my dressing room. So I do like to collect the pins. Mainly I like them for like things that I've done, so like events or experiences. Like I like them to have a bit of a meaning behind them, so that's the main pins that I do collect. So I picked up 5 pins from when we were at Disney World. So I'll go through those next. I may have to stand up so you can see these properly. First pin that I did pick up, and I think I bought this on the first night we were there, and that is the Disney's All-Star Resorts pin, because like I said before, we stayed in All-Star Music. So this one has a colour on the back. This is silver. I think this one was $11.99 for this. don't quote me on that. I will check, and if I'm wrong I'll put it on the screen. And then I also, on the first night, picked up this 2023 stitch pin, and this was also silver. So like I said, £11.99, but if I'm wrong I'll pop it on the screen. And then the next one that I did pick up was a Disney 100 pin. Now I know you were able to get these in the UK from Shop Disney, however I never ordered one, so they had them when I was there. So I picked up a 100 pin as well, and I picked up the one with Donald and Daisy on because Donald's my favourite. And that was yellow, so I think that was £12.99, but again I will double check that. And then the last two that I picked up were from events that we not events, well, one of them is an event, but another one is like, I'll just show you, Epcot Food and Wine Festival. So we picked this one up, and I think it says wine your way around the world, which I just loved. We do like a drink around the world, so loved that. This one was £19.99. This was my most expensive pin, and I do think that was expensive for a pin, especially because it's actually not that big. It's actually the smallest pin that I bought, but it is the most expensive one. So, and then the last one that I picked up was the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party pin. So this one was £17.99. So that one was slightly cheaper than the Epcot one. There is a few more pins, but we'll get to that as we go along. I will do our Disney things that we bought from kind of like Disney World when we were there. So leading on from the Mickey's Not So Scary pin, I will do the things that we got from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party first. So one thing I picked up was this Donald Duck candy corn sipper. So this is what he looks like close up. He's so cute. Like I said, Donald is my favourite character. And you just pull that down, and then he's a straw at the back, so you can drink out of him. Now I'm probably not going to drink out of him. I think we're going to use him as a general, just a general Halloween decoration, and just to put him up in the house. So I think this was $18, and you did get a drink with it, but they put the drink in a cup separately initially, so that you don't have to use this on the Halloween party night, which is good. I appreciated that. So if you could see the mess on this floor in front of me, you would be outraged. So the other two items we picked up from the Halloween party was, I picked up the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Spirit jersey. So on the front it says Magic Kingdom 2023, and then on the back it just says Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and then it's kind of got this like spider print and things on the bottom with Mickey's on. So this was actually the only Spirit jersey that I picked up this trip, which is really good for me because I have a wardrobe full of them, but I was quite restrained. And then then Lewis picked up this t-shirt which says Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party on the front, and then on the back it's got a big Mickey as a vampire. And then obviously with it being Halloween season, when we were there was a lot more Halloween merchandise, so we did buy quite a bit of Halloween merchandise. So Lewis also picked up this top which says Happy Halloween, and it's got the year on just down here, and then on the sleeve it says Walt Disney World. This one was $34.99. My Spirit jersey was $84.99, and then Lewis's Halloween party top was $29.99. Obviously these prices are all before tax. And then Lewis also picked up this, Lewis loves like a funky shirt, so he picked up this Halloween shirt which he had his eye on before we went out. So it's tie-dye pink and black, and then it's got some embroidered patches on. So we've got this one of Mickey, we've got a little coffin on the back, it's got a spider on the sleeve, a moon on the front, and then a couple of more spider webs. So it's got a blue one and a yellow one. So this was $59.99 before tax. We also got this Happy Halloween tote bag. So this was one of those deals at the till when you spend over, I believe it was $40. spend over $40 and then you can have this bag for $24.99. So I think Lewis surprised me with this on the first day. I love all this pumpkin merchandise this year. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, so we did pick up that as well. Another thing that I picked up with that Mickey pumpkin on was the Disney Mickey pumpkin Halloween Crocs. I should do them like that really, and then you can see them better. So I did pick up the Crocs. Now, I didn't own any Crocs before this trip and I've ended up coming home with 2 pairs. They're just so comfortable. Now these are quite niche and I probably won't wear these all year round. Maybe I will, who knows, but I absolutely loved them when I went out there, and they saved my feet on many occasions when we were over there. So $64.99 I believe before tax. And the last thing that I picked up with the Mickey pumpkin on was the cap. So this has 2 little pumpkin ears on and it is the cap. I had my eye on this before I went out as well. I absolutely loved it. And I've always wanted a cap with Mickey ears on, and this was $29.99. Okay, so moving away kind of from the Halloween stuff, I will say there is some like Haunted Mansion things in here, but I wouldn't really class that as Halloween. That's just Disney to me. So moving on to like the other Disney stuff that we bought when we were in Disney World. So I picked up this fan on one of the last days in Disney World actually. I think I picked it up in our 2nd week, but this was a godsend. I did have an electric fan from Amazon, but I did find that because it was so hot on this trip, sometimes that just wasn't doing anything, whereas this is like, it's so strong. So I picked this up and this was $12.99, which I didn't think was too bad. I also picked up a little Bigfoot Remy. I love these Bigfoot teddies. I have a Bigfoot Dale sat on my bed currently. So I picked up the Remy because Dale's looking a bit scruffy now. So I picked up Remy. He was $29.99 and he's just so cute. I got him in the France Pavilion of Epcot. I probably should also state as well that we did have a $200 gift card included with our booking. So $200 of this was just freely given to us from Disney. So I believe this was bought with the gift card. Another 2 things that we bought with the gift card was something that we've had our eye on since they came out. Me and Lewis love Starbucks and we love the Starbucks cups. So when they released these just before we went, we were really excited. So I picked up the Hollywood Studios one. Lighting's not very good, but it just says Disney's Hollywood Studios and it's got loads of pictures on and it's got the Starbucks logo on the back. These are insulated. They're not for hot drinks, but obviously they will keep you cool, like your cold drinks nice and cold. So I picked up the Hollywood Studios one and Lewis picked up the Epcot one. We both got one for our favourite park. So mine's Hollywood and Lewis's is Epcot. And then that's the Starbucks logo on the back of his as well. They were also bought with the gift card and we decided that that's what we were going to buy with the gift card before we went out. So those, and then we both had about $60 each left to kind of play with on that. So these were $39.99 each, which is quite expensive for a cup, but they are insulated and they are branded Starbucks. So I picked up these Haunted Mansion bridal ears because we are getting married in 2 years time and we're actually getting married over in Florida, so I did pick these up. I did want the classic bridal ones and I spent the whole trip basically looking for the classic bridal ones, but they didn't have them anywhere. Couldn't find them on the whole of property, checked every single shop that sold ears and they weren't there. However, Haunted Mansion is my favourite and these were really cute and I think these are more me anyway. These were $34.99. I love the margarita bar in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot. Margarita is my favourite cocktail. You'll hear me say that 100 times in the vlog because I did drink a lot of them when I was over there. So we love the margarita bar. So I picked up this top that says Flight Crew and it's got tequila shots or margaritas actually. I'm not sure which ones they are, but it says Flight Crew. Then underneath it says La Cava del Tequila de San Angel Inn. So that was $27.99 for that t-shirt. Lewis bought this t-shirt with the gift card. T-shirt for the Baseline Tap House in Hollywood Studios. So this is one of Lewis's favourite bars in the whole of Disney World. And it does say Disney's Hollywood Studios on the sleeve. Now I believe this t-shirt was $39.99, so this was quite an expensive t-shirt. This t-shirt that I'm wearing, this was part of the brand new Haunted Mansion collection. That's obviously just been released for the new film. So I bought this t-shirt from the World of Disney in Disney Springs, and this was $34.99, and it says I'm a heartbreaker, and then underneath it says till death do us part, and it's got the bride on from the Haunted Mansion. So yeah, this was $34.99, and I think I got this with the last of the gift card as well. So before, when I said I came home with 2 pairs of Crocs, this was the second pair that I bought, and these ones are just the plain white standard Crocs, but they've got Mickeys for holes instead of like the round holes. So I picked up a pair of these, and so did Lewis. So Lewis has never owned Crocs before. I used to own Crocs when I was younger because I used to do swimming, and actually my first ever pair of Crocs was bought from Disney World, and they were like this, but they were pink, and then this strap was purple, but they also had Mickeys for holes. So the first ever pair of Crocs I owned were also this style. So Lewis also picked up a pair of Crocs as well with the Mickey holes. So these were $54.99 each. So another thing that we got was we did the Remy hunt in Epcot. So you kind of pay $10, you get a map, and then you have to go around and find all the Remys around the World Showcase. So we did that. And then once you've done it, you take the map back to the shop, and then you get to pick up a prize. So the prizes this year were like cool bags and like lunch bags. So we picked this one up after we did that. And this is just, it's got Remy on. So there was 4 different designs that you could choose from. There was Remy, Encanto, Mickey and Figment. So we went for the Remy one, and my mum and stepdad went for the Mickey Mouse one. So I believe that was everything we bought from Disney World. Next lot of things I'll show you is going to be from the Disney outlets. There is outlets in Orlando, and both of the main outlet shopping places have a Disney character warehouse outlet, which has discounted merchandise from the stuff that, sometimes it's stuff that you can still get in the parks. So we went to both of the Disney character warehouse outlets. Actually went to them both twice. But what I will say is that not a lot of the merchandise changed really over the kind of 3 and a bit weeks that we were there. We did find some good things, but it wasn't, I've seen them a lot better is what I'm trying to say. The first outlet we went to was the one on Vineland, the Vineland outlets, which are just along from Disney Springs. It's not far at all. So from that one we picked up, so this was the biggest thing we got. So this is a Haunted Mansion jacket. If you look at the back, it's got like prints of the ride and the characters and things, and it's fluffy and it's padded, and it's just a nice kind of like autumn coat, I'd say. Now this was still in the parks, which was one of the reasons why I bought this. I looked at this on the first day of Magic Kingdom in the parks and thought that's really cute, and then 2 days later we went in the outlets and it was on sale. Now this was in both outlet shops every time we went in, and it was still very much in the park. So my tip for you is, if you can get to the outlets early on in your holiday, do it, because like I said, I'd looked at this in Magic Kingdom and then walked into the outlets and it was there. So this is $79.99 in the parks, and I got it for $34.99 in the outlets. However, every time we went into the outlets, all of the clothing had an extra 30% off. So I got about another $10 off that, so it was about $24.99 in the end. Lewis picked up this t-shirt, which is a Disney Wish t-shirt. And obviously we were going on the Wish later on in the trip, so I believe this was $12.99, and then again with an extra 30% off. It's just very simple. It says Disney Wish as well on the sleeve. We picked up this bottle, which is the Castaway Cay 5k bottle. Now I ran the Castaway Cay 5k last year, so that's why I bought it before I did it this year. And also we didn't bring a proper water bottle with us this year, so this was handy to have. This was $7.99. I think initially it was something like $15.99. So we got this for pretty much half price, and this came in handy whilst we were away. The last thing I picked up was this little Niamh Spirit jersey. So I have a little Donald Niamh in my car, and I've always wanted an outfit for him, but they're so expensive. Like, this was initially supposed to be $21.99, and I managed to get it for $1.99 in the outlet. So that was everything from the Vineland Disney outlet, and then from the premium outlet, which is the one near Universal, we went there when we moved over to Universal, and I picked up this, another Haunted Mansion t-shirt, which is Madame Leota. This was $12.99, but again with 30% off. We actually went to watch the new Haunted Mansion movie on the cruise, and I wore that to go and see the new movie on the cruise with. And then I also managed to find a Disney Wish t-shirt as well. So this was the Disney Wish t-shirt I picked up. So this was $14.99 in the outlets, again with 30% off, so that was a good find, and we got that just before we went on the Wish, and I did wear it on the Wish. Okay, so the next lot of things I'm going to do is going to be from the cruise. Okay, so I'll start with kind of the free things that you get kind of on the cruise. So every time we do a Disney cruise, they're kind of like in a loyalty club program. So this was mine and Lewis's third Disney cruise, so we're now classed as silver. It's called a Castaway Club, so we're classed as silver members. So you always kind of get free gifts in your room. Not always. When you reach a new level, they give you free gifts in your room. So we did get lanyards this time, and these are the new ones for the 25th that they've kind of released. So, and then you keep your Key to the World card in this. Now, your Key to the World card, unless you've got a Magic Band, because Disney Wish now allows you to use a Magic Band Plus on your door and to pay for things. We didn't have Magic Band Pluses, we just had our own Magic Bands, and we did hum and haw over buying a Magic Band Plus, but it's just something else extra to charge on a night time, and we just didn't want to do that, so we just stuck with our standard Key to the World cards, which worked fine. You kind of pay for everything with these on the cruise as well, and then you pay the bill at the end. So having a lanyard's really handy because you do use this card a lot when you're on the cruise. So that was the first free gift. Now we got one of those each, and I do have my Happily Ever After Just Engaged badge on there as well. And then the other thing that we got was this gorgeous Castaway tote bag, which came in very handy for a nice beach bag when we were on holiday, so that was great. So they used to do like a backpack, but it wasn't a proper backpack, it was kind of like an over-the-shoulder backpack, and I think personally upgrading it to this is a lot better. It's a lot nicer, and even on the inside it's lined and it says Castaway Club in the lining. You probably won't be able to see that, it's very light, but yeah, that was that we got. Another thing we got, because we are returning Castaway Club members, we came into the room one night and we were greeted with this big box and like a birthday cake made out of a towel, which was really cool. So when we opened it, we were actually gifted this gorgeous framed Captain Mickey print. So it's already pre-framed, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity, and it just says it's a special Castaway Club gift created as a way of saying thank you for sailing with us yet again on another enchanting voyage. So this was specifically to celebrate the 25th anniversary. So that was a lovely surprise, very hard to get home. We did get these cups on the cruise as well. So we got these with a cocktail in for the sail away party, but obviously you get to keep the cups, so not technically free. We did technically pay for them, but we paid for the drink and they came in this cup. So another thing that we got for free, they do a lot of trivia quizzes on the cruise. So Lewis and I love doing the trivia quizzes. We did win the Pixar quiz last year. So this year we went for another one. Well, we did a few actually, but we did win and we got 2 winners medals. So this one, that was Lewis's, he got Mickey. And the bottom, like, it just says winner all over it on the lanyard. And then this one was mine and I got Minnie. And again, it just says winner. So we won those for the Disney Parks trivia quiz. And we got 19 out of 20, which was very good. So they were technically free as well. And moving on to other cruise line merch that we bought. So we didn't buy an awful lot on the ship this year, although I'm going to say this now and it's going to make it look like we have. So I picked up these cruise ears. Now, like I said, this is our 3rd Disney cruise. Lewis told me to buy some ears on the first one, but I said no, because you know we may not do that many more cruises. This is our 3rd in 2 years, so I really should have picked up these ears on the first cruise, but I didn't. So I finally picked them up on this trip. They were the standard ear price. They were $34.99. I just love how the bow's off to the side. I just think that's really cute, and it's got a little anchor in the middle of the bow as well. And I also picked up this shirt, which I love. So it's got all of the, it needs an iron because I did wear it to get off the cruise. It's got all of the Disney ships on, and it ties at the front, which was really cute. So I picked up this. This was $54.99. So I got this in replacement of a Spirit jersey. I was torn between this and a Disney Wish Spirit jersey, but I went with this because I thought it was a bit different. And then Lewis picked up this t-shirt, which is now covered in cat hair because he wore this to travel home and then cuddled the cats yesterday when we got in. So this is just a black t-shirt. It's got the Disney Cruise Line logo on the front, and then on the back it's got like the blueprints of the Wish on. So he really liked that, and that was $29.99. And then we did end up buying, this wasn't really an intentional purchase, but when we stopped in Nassau, we picked up some bottles of beer to come back on the ship with. Didn't even register that we needed a bottle opener to open said beers with. So we then had to go to the gift shop to buy a bottle opener. So it looks like this. Just, it's got like the ship on and then the Disney Cruise Line logo, and obviously it is a bottle opener, and it's also a magnet as well, so we can put this on our fridge. This was $14.99. So in case you don't know, like, you can bring your own alcohol on board the ship. You can bring up to 6 beers per person or 2 750ml bottles of wine. And you can bring that on at every port as well. So when we got off in Nassau, we thought, oh, we'll pick up some more beer. So what I will say is that the beer cost us $16 and the bottle opener cost us $15. It was $14.99. But that was still cheaper than buying 6 beers on the ship. So I obviously picked up a Disney Wish pin. Now this is huge. Like, I don't know if you can appreciate how big that pin is. It's massive. And this was only $12.99, which I thought was really good considering the size of the pin. And then with it being the 25th anniversary of the Sailings at Sea, I did pick up the 25 pin. And that was $17.99. What I will say is that they didn't have this out anywhere in the store. I had to ask someone, I had to ask a cast member for it. And when I did, she said, yeah, of course we've got a pin. And she opened the drawer and pulled a whole bag of the pins out. So I'm not sure why they weren't in the shop. In fact, there was no 25th merch in the shop from what we saw at all. We didn't go to the shop on opening, but we went a couple of hours later, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, no, an hour and a half later we went after the shop had opened. And it wasn't even like there was any bare shelves that we could see where the 25th anniversary merch was. It just seemed that they didn't have it out. If you're doing a cruise over the next few weeks and you want any 25th merch but can't find it in the shop, ask for it, because like I said, I had to ask for this and she had loads behind the till. So obviously on the Disney cruise you stop at Disney's Private Island Castaway Cay, so we did pick up a bit of merch from there as well. Firstly though, we did run the 5k, so everyone gets a 5k medal who runs it. Well, you can walk it. I did walk most of it this time because I did not put an appropriate bikini on to run the 5k in. So I walked it, Lewis ran it, but you still get a medal either way. And they give them out to anyone who participates. And then I also picked up another pin. I picked up this pin. I did pick it up last year, but they changed it this year, so I picked up another one just to commemorate another visit to Castaway Quay and then another 5k. So that was that. That was yellow, so I think that was £12.99, but like I said earlier, I will check. I also picked up this Tervis Castaway Quay water bottle. So last year on the ship, Lewis picked up a Disney Cruise Line Tervis bottle, and because we weren't very well on the cruise last year, so he needed a lot of water and ice to keep it cold and things like that, and it was the best bottle he's ever bought, and he loves it and he used it all the time. So I was jealous, so I wanted one, so I picked up the Castaway one. So it's got like leafy prints on, and it's got Disney Cruise Line logos, and it says Castaway Quay all the way around on like different bits. So I picked this up. That was $34.99, which is a bit weird because this is exactly the same size as Lewis's that he bought last year, and it was also Cruise Line, but his was $49.99 last year. His was really expensive, so this was $34.99, so this was a lot cheaper. Lewis picked up this Castaway Quay t-shirt, and then we like a big back print, so, and that's the back of it. So that one was $29.99. He did pick up a t-shirt last year, but it did shrink, so just for anyone ever buys a Castaway Quay t-shirt, the lady in the shop did tell us that when you wash it, it does shrink a little bit, so be mindful and maybe do not put them in the tumble dryer. And then I picked up this little Castaway Quay Adventures t-shirt. It's like, I think it's a bit of a crop top. So I saw this last year and wanted it and never bought it. So I thought, you know what, this year I'm going to buy it. And I believe that was $29.99 as well. So these are like non-Disney bits that were bought on the cruise. So when we stopped in Nassau, Lewis and I collect, oh sorry about the light there. Lewis and I collect shot glasses. So we did buy this Nassau shot glass with a turtle on, and this was $9.95. Then don't know if anyone's heard of it, you probably have, but we absolutely love the bar called Senor Frogs. So I picked this vest up from Senor Frogs in Nassau, which we did go to, and it says University of Senor Frogs Drinking Team, and then on the back it's just got Bahamas on the back. So I picked that up, and that was $24.99 I think from Senor Frogs. But we went to Senor Frogs in Orlando and Nassau on this trip, and we went to the Senor Frogs in Mexico last year. Okay, so I think that was all of the Disney stuff that we picked up. I'm going to move on to Universal things that we picked up. What I will say is all the Universal merch we bought was pretty much Horror Night related merchandise. So start with our refillable cup. So Universal offer a bit like the Disney resort mugs really, but Universal, you buy one of the cups and then every time you go to the park you have to pay a fee to reactivate it for the day. I think my mum got the cups for two for $15.99 because she was buying two, so she bought hers and then she bought ours. And then I think every time you go back to the park, I believe it's $13-ish to reactivate it for the day. But again, that's worth it. It's, you only have to have 2 drinks in it per day and you've made your money back essentially. It might be 3 actually, but you've made your money back. So so the cup that we went for was the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary cup. These are a lot bigger than the Disney Resort mugs as well, is what I would say. And then just to go with that, we actually bought the carrier this year. I've never owned a carrier before, but it made it so much easier. So it fits perfectly in the carrier, and then you can literally either put it on your shoulder or put it round, and it was a lot easier to use. They also do let you activate this at Horror Night as well. However, the refills at Horror Night only last till midnight and the event runs till 2 AM. So just be aware of that, because that is a bit naughty really. So yeah, we picked up that. Another thing that we got in Universal was, oh, these need a wash, these cups in Volcano Bay. these came with cocktails in them, so I think your first drink was like $16 with these, with a cocktail in them, but then if you returned cup every time back, then your cocktails were cheaper, so I think it took it down to like $14 for a cocktail. So it's only $2 off, but it's better than nothing. Also, when we were at Universal, we actually became annual pass holders. We decided that we think we're going to go back to Florida next year, but probably just to do Universal and like shopping and have a bit more of a chill and explore kind of things, not in Disney. This is our annual pass, both of them are in there. And then we went into the annual pass lounge when we were there, and we picked up obviously the lanyard, and all of this neon merch was 50% off, so this lanyard was less than $10 for this and the pouch. And I also picked up a pin. There we go, picked up the pin. So like I said, it was all 50% off, so this pin was down to $4 from $8, so that was a really good bargain. And then we also got free pass holder prints. Like, this is the Universal annual pass holder 30th anniversary Jurassic Park print, so we actually ended up with 2 of those. So yeah, like I said before, a lot of all of the merch that we picked up from Universal was Horror Nights merch. So the first thing we picked up was, I seen this mug online before we went away, and I was like, I need it. It says, "See you in the fog," and then on the back it just says Halloween Horror Nights 2023. The phrase "see you in the fog" is a well-known Horror Nights phrase, because they do pump a lot of fog and things into the park so that you can't see anything, and then scare actors jump out and scare you on it. So $16 for the mug. I loved that mug before we went, so we picked it up. And then the reason we ended up going to Horror Nights was because they did announce a Stranger Things house quite last minute, so we actually added on our extra night quite late on, just because Stranger Things Horror Nights house was announced. They then released a Stranger Things merchandise, so I knew also before we went that we wanted these t-shirts so that we could wear them on Horror Nights and so that we could match. So we picked these up. So it was the Vecna Stranger Things t-shirt, and it says Halloween Horror Nights on the sleeve, so that was Lewis's, and then I also got the same one. So these were $33 each. Whilst we were there, they then released the like more Horror Nights specific t-shirts. So Lewis went for this one, which says Halloween Horror Nights 2023 on the front, and then on the back it's just got a print, and it's got like a list essentially of all of the houses on from the year. So he picked up that one. That one was also $33. And then I picked up this one that says Never Go Alone, and this has got like the main houses on for the year. So I wanted this one because it had Vecna and 11 on, and then it has like the clickers on here from The Last of Us, also $33. Then Lewis did buy me this, which I wasn't 100% sure on at first, but then I wore it one night to go for Down I Drive, and I absolutely love it. So it's this, it's like Chucky's top. Yeah, this is the Chucky, it's knitted top. It looks really cute with denim shorts, and I think it'll look really cute with like dungarees. You will look like Chucky if you wear it like that, but here we are. So this was $37, and like I said, Lewis bought me this as a surprise. So then, just as we thought we were done with Horror Nights tops, on actual Horror Nights we walked past, we hadn't even made it into the park yet, and we saw this one. I'll stand up so you can appreciate it. So Lewis got a similar one from 2018 which had 11 on here, and 11 was literally doing that gesture, and then underneath it said Universal Studios, and it had a Demogorgon and it was red and blue. So it's pretty much exactly the same, but obviously they've just updated it for the series. So we walked past that and we thought, yes, this is top number 5 from Horror Nights, but we're gonna have to do it. So we just went for the one, and we got it in a large so that we can both wear this top. So we're going to share this t-shirt essentially, but that arguably might be my favourite t-shirt that we bought all trip. I do love the Vecna t-shirts that we wore on the night, and they do look really cute, but I think that's my favourite t-shirt. That was also $33. Let's not add up how much money we spent on Horror Nights t-shirts. It will upset me greatly. Next lot of things is kind of outside of shop, so not from Disney or Universal. So I'll start with the quick bits that we picked up from Walmart. It's not that exciting. We only went to Walmart once, and I was convinced that we'd end up going back to Walmart because I thought we'd need more supplies, like snacks or beer or drinks for the room and things like that, but we didn't. We bought one crate of beer when we were across Universal and Disney, and like we still had beers left when we were about to board the cruise, so we didn't need to go back. I think if we had known that, we probably would have bought more the first time we were there. However, it's probably a blessing in disguise because we did come home with a lot of stuff. So the only things really that we picked up from Walmart was I picked up these Farmhouse Pumpkin Patch wax melts, and this was quite a big pack of them. These were $4. And then I also picked up some little ones, so banana pumpkin bread. You only get 6 in these ones, but these were only $2.50, so I picked those up. And then the only other thing I picked up was, we love these sweet tart sweets, so I got some cherry punch ones and some watermelon berry collision ones. So that was literally everything we ended up coming back with from Walmart. Love TJ Maxx, love, like, we love Halloween. We love all the home Halloween stuff, and well, clearly we love Halloween because we've bought basically every top from Horror Nights, and we've bought loads of Disney Halloween stuff, so we had to go pay a visit to TJ Maxx and see what we could get in there. So I picked up these gorgeous pumpkin pyjamas. I'll show you the top properly. Little top and shorts with pumpkins on. These are so soft. Like, I don't know what material this is. They are so soft, and I did actually wear them last night, and they're very cozy. So the label in this says Spooky Night. I don't know if that's a brand, but these were $14.99. We picked up some Halloween tea towels. So I love Rae Dunn. Now, I did have to fight myself to not bring any mugs home or any. There was little salt and pepper shakers that I really loved, and now I really regret not buying them because they were so cute. But I picked up these tea towels. So one says Boo, one says Spooky, and then the other one, if you can see, says Happy Halloween. So I believe these were $9.99 for the 3, so these are going out in the kitchen from today. Definitely. Also picked up these nails. Now these were $4.99. Little candy corn nails. So you get these ones with like the candy corns on, plain black ones, and then like ombre candy corn sparkly nails. When we went to TJ Maxx, the plan was obviously to look for Halloween stuff, but Lewis had also seen on, I think it was Instagram, people putting like reels on of like really cool spooky tops that they found in TJ Maxx. So he went on the hunt for spooky Halloween top. These were dirt cheap, like these were so cheap. So we picked up this one, which has just got Ghostface on the front, and then on the back it says Scary Good. Now I believe this one was $9.99, so $9.99. I then picked up this one, which is also Ghostface. That was $7.99. Like, $7.99 is literally like six English pounds, like for a t-shirt. Like, you would, it's hard to even get that in Primark nowadays. And then Lewis also picked up this one, which is also Ghostface. That was also $7.99. It's like they're just practically giving them away at this point. And then the last one that he picked up was this Goosebumps one. Now he's not sure on the colour or the like tie-dye pattern of this, so he may just wear this in the house. But it's also really cool for Halloween. And it says, "Welcome to Horrorland, where nightmares come to life." And this one was $12.99, so still really, really cheap. Still like less than £10 for a t-shirt. Now, the last lot of stuff that we've got, I believe, is from the outlets. So I'll start off with trainers. So I had real issues with blisters this time over there. Don't know why it was so different to usual. I think it may have been the heat. I've not been in August for a number of years now, and all the shoes that I took with me this year I had with me last year, and I did not end up with blisters like this. So I can only presume it was the heat and like the friction, because I had blisters on like the underside of my feet, and you'll see in the vlogs that are upcoming, like there was some days I couldn't even walk properly. So I did have to buy a couple pairs of trainers when I was over there, just to kind of help my feet. Sorry, I just had to change the battery on the camera because it was flashing. But I picked up these Nike trainers. These were a lifesaver when I was out there. I wore them so much. These were something like, I think they were $50 initially, but then when I got to the till they had another 10% off. They worked out at 37 English pounds, so really cheap for a pair of Nike trainers. And then I also picked up these Puma trainers, which are quite bright and quite out there, but I love them. I'll probably just wear them a lot for the gym. They were $40, so they ended up being 34 English pounds, which again, you can't get trainers as cheap over here, so picked up those. And then Lewis picked up these trainers, which are amazing. These are gorgeous. So these are Under Armour trainers, really nice, but they're actually the Project Rock Under Armour trainers, so if you can see them. So they were $150, but they had 50% off, so they were $75, so 60 something English pounds, so really, really good deal as well. That was shoes. So I'm gonna try and do this shop by shop, but you'll have to bear with me because some of the shops we did buy quite a lot from. But if I start with North Face, so Lewis got two fleeces. Well, he got a fleece and a hoodie from North Face. So this is the fleece that he got, which is a gorgeous colour, like this green, and it's got the North Face badge there. This was supposed to be $65. And then he also got this hoodie as well, which I love, and I'm not sure how long he will have this for before it ends up in my wardrobe. This is as well a dark green, says North Face on the front, and then this is it on the back. And the price on this is $59. Some form of deal on, or some form of percentage off, and then he also got an extra 10% off at the till because he left his email. He got both of these for under $50. Next shop, we'll do Bath and Body Works. So we did pick up some things in Bath and Body Works. Not a lot, just because obviously the weight is really heavy and getting them home was hard, so we picked up what we could. So I picked up this for the downstairs toilet for Halloween. This is the Perfect Pumpkin Gentle and Clean Foam and Hand Soap. We love the hand soaps, and they're really soft. And it says on the back, fragrance notes are carved pumpkin, spooky cinnamon, and moonlight vanilla. We also, the only other thing we picked up from Bath and Body Works were the little hand sanitizers. So they have a really good deal on in the outlet over there. They're 5 for $8, whereas I believe in the UK company they're 3 for £12, which is really quite expensive. So I got 5, and then I got 5 for my mum as well. So I picked up Crisp Morning Air, Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, Lakeside Life, Eucalyptus and Spearmint, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. Now I know I picked up 2 of those. Yeah, there's the other one. Pumpkin Cupcake, Vampire Blood, Warm Vanilla Sugar, and Black Cherry Merlot. So we picked up 10 of those for both me and my mum, and then I also got a new little holder for them. Which it's handy to clip onto my keys and things at work. So I got this pumpkin latte holder, and that was $6.95. That was Bath and Body Works. So the next thing was Victoria's Secret had crazy sales on over there. I like the joggers and the shorts and things from Pink, like Victoria's Secret Pink. So when we went in Victoria's Secret, they had a sale on all their joggers. So I actually own 2 pairs of these already, but they're scruffy. So now that I can replace them, I'm going to throw out the ones I've got. These are the joggers that I picked up. And it just says Pink down the side. Now these are usually about £37.50 in English. And I got these for $10. $10. So I got a grey pair, and I also picked up a black pair, exactly, which are pretty similar, so joggers, and then the pink is just in a different style of font. So $10 each. I'm going to do Under Armour next because we did buy a lot from Under Armour, but we love Under Armour, mainly for their gym stuff, but also just generally. And every time we went to Under Armour this trip, the whole shop had 50% off. So, and then they also gave us an extra 10% off for working in healthcare as well, which is ridiculous. First thing I picked up was, I picked up this hoodie, and it says Orlando, Florida, and it's just got the Under Armour logo on, and I just thought this would be really good for going to the gym with in winter. This was supposed to be $55, but I got it for $27.50. I also got these nice gym leggings, so like purple gym leggings down the side. These I think were supposed to be $50 yet, but I got them for $25, and I think my mum bought a pair of these as well. Then I got this t-shirt to match the leggings, but this is a Project Rock t-shirt, which I love. So this was supposed to be $40, but it was down to $20. I got these shorts. These are also Project Rock. I wore these to travel home in. So there's the little Project Rock logo. Just like cycling shorts. They were supposed to be $50, so I got them for $25. Then I also got this Project Rock vest, and this was $40, obviously down to $20, but remember I got 10% off all of this as well. There's that, and then the last pair of shorts I got were just plain black Under Armour cycling shorts as well. So they were $29.99, so I got them for about $15, but then I think when she took the extra 10% off, and it came up on my phone how much they cost in English, these were £11. £11 for a pair of Under Armour shorts. You'd never get that over here. And on to the Under Armour stuff that Lewis bought. So he got this Under Armour cap. This was $40 down to $20. Got a pack of Under Armour socks. He actually bought 2 packs. Actually, he bought a pack and I bought my pack. So it was $24 for 6 pairs of socks, which were down to $12 with the 50% off, but they're really high quality socks. Like, they're really cushioned and padded and thick, like they're lovely socks. So he ended up with 12 pairs of Under Armour socks. And he got this Project Rock top, which I think was $17 with the 50% off. He got this Under Armour gym top, which was down to $15 with the 50% off. These ones I think you'll wear more out the house kind of rather than at the gyms. We got this one, which is on the front and then on the back. So he's already worn that one, so I'm not sure how much that one was, so give me a second. It would have been down to $15 as well. And then he got this one, which he likes because it's got Orlando on. It says Cheap Meal Club Orlando on the front. And then that's what it says on the back. It's got an ice cream on a treadmill. Again, $15. And his last Under Armour top that he got, this one on the front. And then this on the back. And again, that was $15, I believe. So we got this t-shirt from Carhartt, which is priced at $30, but then it had another 40% off, so I think it was $17.99 he got that for. There's nothing on the back, it's just a front print. Also from Carhartt, he got this cap. This was $5. Like, a Carhartt hat, $5? That's crazy. This is Carhartt. And then he got this lovely yellow t-shirt from Puma, which was, this was $12.99. And then he got these Adidas joggers, which he's wanted for ages, which were cheaper over there. Again, I wasn't with him when he bought these. They were $50, but then he said he got another percentage off, so I think these were less than $30, I think. But like I said, I wasn't there when he bought those ones. From Vans, I ended up with 2 t-shirts, so I got this one and then this one. Now, they were on a deal, so 2 for $25. Lewis did buy one initially, so we got one each, but then we didn't check like the label, so it was like loose fit, and we bought a large for Lewis, but it was like baggy fit, and it was just ridiculously big. So we took it back when we next went to the outlets, but they didn't have that top in anymore to kind of swap it. And then there was none others that Lewis liked, so I ended up with 2. We also went into this other shop at the premium outlet called Charlotte Russe. Now, never heard of it, but their clothes were so cheap and like they had some really nice stuff in. So Lewis ended up with this Ford Bronco t-shirt, so that's the front print, and then this is the back, $10. And then I got, there's a lot of Ghostface merch on this trip, which is weird because nothing was Scream related when we were there. But then I got this one, that was also $10, so really cheap. And then when I was in the queue I spotted this shirt, so I made Lewis go and have a look at it. So this is just like a cropped checkered shirt, $12. Like, so cute, $12. So I got that. This was my big purchase from the outlet. Now, there's been a specific Coach bag that I have wanted for over a year. However, in the UK, I can't seem to get it for any cheaper than around £200, and that's just a lot of money to spend on a bag alone, so I've never bought it. Anyway, we went into the Coach outlet and the Vineland outlet, and they had the bag. And they had the bag for 65% off. But then they also had the bag that if you bought the bag and a wallet, it was like 60%, oh, it might have been 60% off. Or 65% off. But then if you bought the bag and the wallet, you then got an extra 10% or 20%. Or you got another amount of percentage off. So this was the wallet I picked up. Like, this is cute. It's nice. I wanted the purse to match my bag, but I couldn't get it. So this purse is supposed to be $178 just for this. Keep that in mind. I think all the wallets had 60% off anyway, and then I think I got an extra 20 off. So I got that. And this is the bag I got. It's huge. This saved us coming home, by the way, for my hand luggage on the plane. And you get a big strap, and it's just this massive tote bag. I would show you the inside, but it's full of stuff from travelling home. So this is the bag. It's huge. Now, I think combined, I got both of these for $180, which worked out as £159. Now, I can't get this bag alone down to less than £200 in the UK, but I actually then got a bag and a purse for $159. So my mind was blown when I got that. Like, this is such a good deal. I did hum and haw over it because I was like, it's a lot of money to spend all at once, but Lewis kindly reminded me that I would never get it this cheap again, and it is a bag that I've wanted for over a year, so I did it. I bought it, and then I got a purse as well. I might actually use this purse for a little while. Yeah, this is the bag that I got, and I love it so much. Now, I think we're at the end. That was some haul. Like I said at the start, we did save a lot for this holiday. We did extra overtime shifts at work. All the money that we spent was our own. We've saved up like Christmas money, birthday money, especially for this trip. So that's why we did end up with a lot of it. That is everything that we bought on our trip. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the recent merchandise and the recent things that we've got. Like I said, the vlogs should start in the next couple of weeks. I have no idea what they're like. I've not looked at any of the footage yet, so fingers crossed it's okay. But like I said, I did film the entire trip. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I'll see you shortly for another video.